Okay, great. Thank you. Alrighty, we continue to talk about the following body system. It's called urinary system. So I think it's from the name you can easily know what is this system's main function. So here I also briefly listed onto the PowerPoint slides. The urinary system is briefly to remove liquid waste, right, from the blood, and also helps to keep a stable balance of salts and other substance in our body, right? And waste leaves the body through urination, and the kidney are the main organs that to filter the blood and also produce urine. Okay, so you can see from this diagram on the slides, we do have two kidney, okay, and the urethra and the bladder. So bladder is to storing urine, okay. Kidney is to produce urine and sending the urine to urethra and keep it storing into the bladder, and also we passing urine through our urethra. Okay, so those are the key components. Let's have a look the video regarding urinary systems.
Hello, friends. Today we'll learn about the urinary system. Oh, you have an assignment on urinary system? Let me make it easier for you. Come with me. The body receives nutrients from food and changes them to energy. Once the body has taken the required food components, waste products are left behind in the bowel and in the blood. The urinary systems, or the renal system, help the body to get rid of liquid waste known as urea. So the urinary system's function is to filter blood and create urine as a waste byproduct. Here's the diagram. It consists of the kidneys, ureters, bladder, sphincter, and the urethra. These are the renal veins, and these are the renal arteries. Let's see the parts and functions. Two kidneys. The kidneys are two bean-shaped organs which consist of calyces, renal artery, renal vein, medulla, and cortex. They help the body pass waste as urine. They also help in blood filtration before sending it back to the heart. They release hormones to regulate blood pressure and also control the production of red blood cells. Can you show me where your kidneys are located? Yeah, very good. Two ureters. These thin, narrow tubes carry urine from the kidneys toward the bladder. Muscles in the ureter walls constantly relax and tighten, forcing urine downward away from the kidneys. About every 15 seconds, small amounts of urine are evacuated into the bladder from the ureters. Each ureter is about 12 inches long. Bladder. The bladder is a muscle sac in the pelvis, just above and behind the pubic bone. When empty, the bladder is almost the size and shape of a pear. The bladder stores urine released from ureters, allowing urination to be controlled and infrequent. It can hold around 400 milliliters to almost 500 milliliters of urine. Two sphincter muscles. These circle-shaped muscles help keep urine from leaking by closing securely, like a rubber band, all over the opening of the bladder. Urethra. The urethra tube allows urine to pass outside the body. The brain signals the bladder muscles to tighten, which squeezes urine out of the bladder. At the same time, the brain signals the sphincter muscles to relax to let urine exit the bladder through the urethra tube. This is how urination occurs. Friends, let me share some tips to keep your urinary system healthy. Drink enough fluids, especially water. Exercise regularly and keep a healthy weight. Eat plenty of high-fiber foods. Use the washroom often and when needed. Take enough time to fully empty the bladder while urinating. Now you know a lot about the urinary system. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.
And so from this video, what does it tell you about the function of urinary system? How does this work?
Remove liquid waste.
Remove liquid waste, yes, that it's called. Do you know the name of what it called, the liquid waste? As it mentioned in the video?
It's called urine.
Urea. Urea, that is the liquid waste, yeah, great. What else? How many kidneys do we have?
2.
Two, correct. So what is the kidney does? What is the function of kidney? I'm testing you guys whether you're actually paying attention and watching the video. What is the functions of kidney?
To filter the waste in our blood.
Excellent, yes. And what else? There's one more. To filter the waste of the blood, yes. And produce
urine.
Yeah, produce urine, right? And once the kidney filter the blood and also produce urine, what is next step? Where does the urine go?
To our bladder.
Before, how does that transport the urine to our bladder? It doesn't go straight to our bladder. It needs.
It's go to ureter. Is it ureter?
Yeah, ureter is a
Yeah,
tube,
ureter.
right? Like a tubing. So sending our urine from kidney to the bladder, so through the ureter. Great. And then once it goes to the bladder, what's the function of the bladder? What does the bladder do?
To keep the urine in.
Yeah, so it is storing the urine, right? So the bladder is like a pear shaped, right? So it's storing the urine, and when your brain sending you the signal, telling you the bladder is full, it's time to use the bathroom, right? So then you react and you use the bathroom to empty your bladder, right? So you as a support worker, how do you support your clients to having a healthy urinary system? What can you do?
Always asking and encourage them to don't be shy to tell us as a support worker if they want to go to toilet, to the bathroom, and if they need assistance, we assist them.
Excellent, yeah, great. So encouraging your clients to let us know if they need to use the bathroom, we can assist them. Yeah, good. What else?
Hydrated.
Yeah, so encouraging our clients to drink plenty of water. So as an adult, what is the optimal amount of fluids we should consume a day?
2 liters.
2 liters of fluids, right? I can tell you from my observation and also from my previous experience, I do see a lot of elderly people. They don't drink enough of fluids. They don't even, sometimes they may only drink 200 mils of fluids a day. That is definitely not enough, right? So we would like them to drink up to 2 liters a day of fluids. So when we talk about fluid, it's not only about water, right? They can have milk, they can have juice, they can have jelly, even though they can have soup, right? Milkshake, etc. Any type of fluids that would help them to flush their urinary system and also their bladder, and it can reduce the risk of having urinary tract infection, right? So it's important for us. So normally in the aged care facility, we offering drinks many times a day. For example, during mealtime, in breakfast, we always having a water tank in the dining room, the dining area. And around 10 o'clock, we do have morning tea, right? So they're offering cup of coffee, tea, or juice, or water, so the clients can choose whatever they want to have in the morning tea. And also 12 o'clock is around lunchtime. Around 2 p.m. we do have afternoon tea, and around 5 to 6 o'clock we have dinner time, and also around 8 p.m. at night we offering some suppers, so the clients can also have a glass of milk as well, right, before they go to bed. That is helping them to maintain their hydration. And also anytime they want, definitely we do leave a glass of water or a jar of water in their room. So anytime they would like to have more fluids, they can easily help themselves, right? So as a care staff, we do need to monitor our clients' fluid intake, all right? Especially some of the clients that may have living with dementia, they don't know when is to need to have water. So it is our jobs to remind our clients and encouraging them to drink plenty of water, okay? And the following is our reproductive system. So as we all know, reproductive system is difference between male and female, okay? And reproductive system is to help us to getting taller growth, and also why we can have baby is because of also we do have eggs and sperms that's for baby, right? So let's we have a quick look of this quick video regarding the reproductive system.
So you're going to need to take care of these NDIS invoices. Are you going to do that? Do you need them sent to you? Somewhere else?
Can I get some help?
Let the friendly plan managers at NDSP take care of your NDIS funding.
Introducing Being for all hair types.
For being.
Being you.
For everything your hair is and nothing that it's not. Formulas targeted to your hair type.
It's silky, smooth, and has tons of volume.
It definitely makes me feel more confident.
I love the curl, I love the wave.
It's big, it's bold.
I love everything about my hair. It's for being myself.
It's my hair, just slightly better.
Unlock your best hair yet. Being. For being you.
The reproductive system is an organ system that is different for both males and females. We'll first of all start off by looking at the female reproductive system, and we've got a diagram showing the front view and the side view of the system. The female reproductive system has 2 ovaries. These contain the egg cells, and 1 egg cell is released each month out of either of the ovaries. The eggs will then travel along the oviducts or the fallopian tubes. These are the tubes that connect the ovaries to the uterus. Half of the diagram is open to show the uterus. The uterus, or the womb, is where the baby develops. At the end of the uterus is the cervix. It is the ring of muscle at the entrance to the uterus. Further down, we have the vagina, where the man's penis enters during sexual intercourse. Close by to the reproductive system, we have part of the urinary system. We have the bladder, which stores the urine, and the urethra, which is a tube that carries the urine out of the body. Now let's look at the male reproductive system. Again, we've got a front and then a side view. The testis, first of all, is something that produces testosterone and sperm. A male has 2 altogether, and together we call these the testes. Next, the penis. This is the organ that carries urine and semen out of the body. The penis releases sperm into the vagina during sexual intercourse. The foreskin is the skin covering the end of the penis, and this is retractable. The scrotum is the bag of skin holding the testes. Connecting the testis with the penis, either side there is a sperm duct. These are tubes that carry the sperm. There are also several glands as part of the reproductive system. These produce fluid and nutrients for the sperm. So the large one is the prostate gland, which you may have heard of. It's important to produce fluid and nutrients for the sperm, and the sperm and the fluid together is called semen, and the nutrients help to keep the sperm alive. Now the sperm is mixed with fluid and produce semen. This can, during sexual intercourse, travel along the urethra. In fact, the urethra carries urine and sperm, although not at the same time. At the top is the bladder, and this stores urine, which, as we said, will be released from the body through the urethra. Hi guys, if you enjoyed that last video, then please click on the screen.
Okay, so this quick video is showing you different part of the reproductive system. So it's helping you to get to know the differences, right? So let's read.
To subscribe.
Have a look. The following one we're going to discuss is the integumentary system. So it's also we calling it is our skin, right? Integumentary system. So as we all know, the key functions of the integumentary system, it is to protect our body, right, from bacteria, pollutions, and also the harmful UV rays. And this is the largest organs of our whole body, right? It's cover our whole body, and it's including skin, hairs, nails, and exocrine glands, like when we sweat, right, and when our oil glands are. So you can see for our skin, there are 3 layers, all right? The toppest is called epidermis, right? And with that, we also explained to you in the video as well. Let's have a look.
Hello, friends. Today we'll learn about integumentary system. Be careful, buddy. This chocolate drink is so hot. You know, you feel skin sensations like hot and cold with the help of your integumentary system. Let me explain all about this. The integumentary system is your body's outer layer, which acts as a physical barrier protecting from infection, injury, bacteria, and sunlight. The integumentary system includes skin, hair, nails, and glands. Let's learn about these one by one. Skin. Your skin is the largest and heaviest organ in your body. It accounts for about 16% of your total body weight. It's composed of 3 layers. Epidermis, it's the top layer of your skin that you can see and touch. It gives your skin its color and provides the first barrier of protection. Dermis, it is the middle layer of your skin and is the thickest one. It provides the skin with structure and resilience. The dermis contains nerve endings, sweat glands and oil glands, hair follicles and blood vessels. This is the arrector pili muscle connected to each hair follicle and the skin. Hypodermis. It is the bottom layer of your skin which helps insulate your body and it stores energy. You are making vegetable soup. It's good for your hair. Let's learn about the hair. You know, hair keeps you warm by preserving heat. It also protects your body from harmful objects. It's made of a protein called keratin, and hair consists of 3 parts. Hair shaft. It's the part of your hair you can see, touch, and style. Hair follicle. It's the tube-like structure that keeps your hair in your skin. Hair bulb. It's located under your skin and is responsible for hair growth. Nails. Your nails protect the ends of your fingers and toes. Here are the various parts of the nails. Nail plate. It is the hard part of your nail that you can see. It is mostly made of a hard substance called keratin. Nail bed. It is the pinkish-colored soft tissue underneath your nail plate. Cuticle. It is a layer of clear skin located along the bottom edge of your finger or toe. matrix. It is the area where your fingernails and toenails start to grow. Glands. Glands are found throughout your skin. There are 4 main glands in your integumentary system. Sudoriferous glands. These glands secrete sweat through your skin. Ceruminous glands. They secrete earwax. Sebaceous glands. They produce sebum and give your face its oil. Mammary glands. It is involved in secreting, synthesizing, and delivering milk to the neonate. There are several ways to keep the integumentary system healthy, which includes drinking plenty of water, bathe regularly, and avoid lots of sun exposure. Now, you know a lot about the integumentary system. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.
Okay, can anyone tell me what is the main functions of our skin? What is the key function?
Protect us from bacteria.
Yes, so it's protect us from infections, right? Great. And what are the 3 layers of our skin? What's the name of our 3 layers of our skin?
Epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis.
Yep, so epidermis, that is the toppest, the superficial layer, right? And then the dermis, it is the middle layer, which is the thickest, and also the hypodermis layer as well. All right, cool. So other than skin, what is other components that's included in the integumentary system?
The glands.
The glands, the skins, and
Hair.
the hairs. Yeah, great, perfect. And one more.
Nails.
They're our nails. All right, great. So you guys, as a care support worker, what do you need to do to support our clients for healthy integumentary system? What do we need to do?
Encourage them to bathe regularly, avoid sun exposure, drink more water.
Yep, so it's helping your clients to have regular shower, right? That's keep their personal hygiene. And also don't forget, as our elderly people, they get their skin gets dry easily. Okay, so after shower, please don't forget to apply some moisturizer for them. As you may see, some of the elderly people, they do have really thin skins. So when you're applying the body lotions or moisturizer, do not rub at their skin, because when you rub, they can easily break and cause skin tear. So you just gently pat on it to let the skin to absorb all of those moisturizer. I would like to ask you guys, do you think how many times we should apply moisturizer for our elderly clients? How often do you think we should apply moisturizer?
3 times.
3 times? Okay. When are the 3 times you think we need to apply moisturizer?
After take shower.
After shower?
When going outside, maybe.
When
Before
going outside? Yes, Yong? It's
Before sleep.
before. Yeah, before we go to bed. Yeah, thank you, Felicia. Yeah, that's actually, we can apply the moisturizer twice a day. So the first time it could be after shower, right? So then generally apply some moisturizer for them. So because after we shower, our skin becomes soft, so that will easier for the skin to absorb all of those moisturizer. And also before we go to bed at night time, we can also apply some moisturizer as well. That would help to have a better blood circulation, so our clients will have a better sleep, right? So please don't forget, it is important to look after our clients' integumentary system. As you all know, elderly people, they their immune system is getting weaker, they can easily get some infections. So one of the good protections from infection is look after our skin, right? So, and how do we look after our clients' nails, you think? What do we need to do to look after our clients' nails?
Just to cut them regularly.
Yeah, so how often do you think we may need to cut our clients' nails? Generally?
Once a month.
Once a month. That's too long. Probably we need to check our clients' nails every 2 weeks, okay? Especially for our hand nails, fingernails, and also for toenails. In aged care facility, most of the time the client's toenails will be cut by the podiatrist, okay? So it is not done by the care support worker, but for fingernails, yes, it is cut by the care staff, but for toenail in the aged care residential facility, it would be done by the podiatrist, especially for some clients who has diagnosis of diabetes. Do you know why that need to be cut by the specialist, especially for someone who has diabetes? Why their toenail need to be cut by the specialist? Does anyone know?
To avoid bleeding.
It is not only because to avoid bleeding, it is to avoid causing any injury. Okay, so for the clients with diabetes, if they do have any injury on their toenails, on their toes, or lower part of their limbs, like legs, shins, and feet, it will cause delay healing. Okay, that is one of the complications of diabetes. That's why we do need to make sure the foot care, we need to check on our clients' feet probably every day when you're taking them for shower, when you're changing their clothing or putting the socks on or putting the shoes on for our clients. Make sure you're checking the skin integrity for our clients if they have if they have diagnosis of diabetes, because if they have any wounds on their lower limbs, it will delay healing. For example, for us, we don't have diabetes. If we have any wounds on our legs or foot, it probably heals in a couple of days or maximum a week. But for the people with diabetes, it may take a month or a couple of months or even though a year to heal the wounds. Okay, so we definitely want to avoid this. That's why we do asking the podiatrist, the specialist, to come and cut the toenail for our clients. All right, so please be mindful. And oops, too quick. And the following one we want to discuss, it's called lymphatic system. Okay, lymphatic system, it works closely with our immune system. All right, so the main role for lymphatic system is to transport the fluids with infections and fighting while the white blood cells. Okay, so as we say, it works closely to supports the immune system to fight with any pathogens or it causing any infections. And also the lymphatic vessels, it runs throughout our whole body. It's not only the upper part of our body have the lymphatic vessels, it's our whole body, even our toes, they do have the lymphatic vessels. And also the lymph nodes, it acts as filter along the system to trap and destroy any harmful substance. That's why we say it works with the immune system. Okay, so let's have a look at these videos about lymphatic systems.
Oh, baby, a new one. 2 new listings of the exact same house. Wait. False alarm. It's just double vision.
That's a false alarm to you?
Never miss a new listing with property alerts. Download the Domain app.
body has its own version of a sewer system for removing unwanted toxins, waste, and excess water from the body. This is called our lymphatic system. Like our blood circulation, the lymphatic system is made up of millions of little vessels that branch all around our body. But whereas arteries and veins carry blood, the lymphatic vessels are much, much finer and carry a colourless fluid called lymph. Our lymphatic system has three main duties. 1. It contains white blood cells called lymphocytes, which are used to fight infection. 2. It acts as a one-way drainage system, transporting fluid from body tissues into the blood circulation. 3. It gets rid of waste products produced by cells. As blood circulates the body, plasma leaves the blood vessels and travels into the body tissues, delivering food, oxygen, and hormones to the cells. This plasma becomes tissue fluid and surrounds all our body's tissues. It then collects waste products, excess water, and toxins from the cells. 90% of this fluid passes back into the blood circulation. However, 10% of the fluid is left behind and is known as lymph. We therefore need a system to drain this lymph fluid, so that we don't end up as a swollen fluid-filled balloon, hence the lymphatic system. The lymph fluid drains into lymph vessels, where it then travels to lymph nodes, which are found all around your body. To stop backflow, the lymph vessels have one-way valves and muscular walls that contract to force the lymph forward. This is happening in millions of little lymphatic vessels in your body every minute of every day. The lymph nodes filter the lymph, destroying or trapping anything harmful. The lymph nodes contain white blood cells called lymphocytes, which attack and break down bacteria, viruses, damaged cells, or cancer cells. This filtering and destroying is an important part of our immune system and stops nasty substances being fed back into our bloodstream, which would make us sick. The waste products and destroyed bacteria are then carried in the lymph fluid through larger lymph vessels up to your neck, where the thoracic duct empties the lymph back into the blood circulation. The bloodstream then removes the waste products from the body as it does with other waste. As well as the lymph fluid, our lymphatic system also includes a few organs: the spleen, thymus, tonsils, and adenoids. They all have roles in helping our body fight off infections. Unfortunately, like any sewer system, things can go horribly wrong. Sometimes we get infections that cause the pumping to break down. This can cause your arms or legs to swell to huge proportions. Sometimes the debris or other bad substances can make it past lymph nodes. Sometimes cancer cells do this and spread the cancer to other parts of the body, which obviously isn't good. For now, we wish you all the best for your lymphatic health, which you can help maintain by drinking lots of water and exercising. Keep on pumping.
If you like the video,
Okay, so it tells you the lymphatic system is playing really an important role to protect our health, right? And it is to get rid of the waste of any toxics from our body, and also it produces white blood cells that is to fight with any infectious agents, right? And also another important role for the lymphatic system is to absorb any fluids leaking from our body, so that's to make sure we are not like a balloons to getting any swollen. So probably that is why you see some of the common signs and symptoms of infection is swollen, right? You may see when someone is getting infections, like their face will like a puffy face, or they will have swollen arm or swollen leg. That would be a really common indicators to telling you that that client may be getting some infections. Okay, so as a care staff, we do need to encourage our clients to drink plenty of water and doing exercise. You probably see that that is one of the really common way to maintain most of our body system be healthy, right? Is always drinking plenty of water and doing exercise. Okay?
give it a thumbs up and don't.
Then the following one, it is about our immune systems. So as we say, and also you may already know, the main role of the immune system, it is to keep you healthy, to protect and also against any infections and illness, right? So how does it work? Is the immune systems they have the antibodies that is to detecting any pathogens or microorganisms entering to your body and start fight with them, right? And if your immune system is become weaker, then that means you're easily getting infections such as the kids or elderly people or people with disability. They commonly having a weaker immune system, so they can easily getting infections, right? So we do, as a care support worker, we do need to help our clients to maintain a strong immune system. So let's we have a look. I believe that would be our final videos about the body system. Oh,
it's the star's birthday, but the party's all yours at Starfest. An awesome lineup of Aussie artists this October, including Bad Raiders, 360, Havana Brown, and more. Non-stop energy, live and free. Starfest, our birthday, your party.
A mosquito lands on your arm, injects its chemicals into your skin, and begins to feed. You wouldn't even know it was there if not for the red lump that appears, accompanied by a telltale itch. It's a nuisance, but that bump is an important signal that you're protected by your immune system, your body's major safeguard against infection, illness, and disease. This system is a vast network of cells, tissues, and organs that coordinate your body's defenses against any threats to your health. Without it, you'd be exposed to billions of bacteria, viruses, and toxins that could make something as minor as a paper cut or a seasonal cold fatal. The immune system relies on millions of defensive white blood cells, also known as leukocytes, that originate in our bone marrow. These cells migrate into the bloodstream and the lymphatic system, a network of vessels which helps clear bodily toxins and waste. Our bodies are teeming with leukocytes. There are between 4,000 and 11,000 in every microliter of blood. As they move around, leukocytes work like security personnel, constantly screening the blood, tissues, and organs for suspicious signs. This system mainly relies on cues called antigens. These molecular traces on the surface of pathogens and other foreign substances betray the presence of invaders. As soon as the leukocytes detect them, it takes only minutes for the body's protective immune response to kick in. Threats to our bodies are hugely variable, so the immune response has to be equally adaptable. That means relying on many different types of leukocytes to tackle threats in different ways. Despite this diversity, we classify leukocytes in two main cellular groups, which coordinate a two-pronged attack. First, phagocytes trigger the immune response by sending macrophages and dendritic cells into the blood. As these circulate, they destroy any foreign cells they encounter, simply by consuming them. That allows phagocytes to identify the antigen on the invaders they just ingested, and transmit this information to the second major cell group orchestrating the defense, the lymphocytes. A group of lymphocyte cells called T cells go in search of infected body cells and swiftly kill them off. Meanwhile, B cells and helper T cells use the information gathered from the unique antigens to start producing special proteins called antibodies. This is the pièce de résistance. Each antigen has a unique matching antibody that can latch onto it like a lock and key and destroy the invading cells. B cells can produce millions of these, which then cycle through the body and attack the invaders until the worst of the threat is neutralized. While all of this is going on, familiar symptoms like high temperatures and swelling are actually processes designed to aid the immune response. A warmer body makes it harder for bacteria and viruses to reproduce and spread because they're temperature sensitive. And when body cells are damaged, they release chemicals that make fluid leak into the surrounding tissues, causing swelling. That also attracts phagocytes, which consume the invaders and the damaged cells. Usually, an immune response will eradicate a threat within a few days. It won't always stop you from getting ill, but that's not its purpose. Its actual job is to stop a threat from escalating to dangerous levels inside your body, and through constant surveillance over time, the immune system provides another benefit. It helps us develop long-term immunity. When B and T cells identify antigens, they can use that information to recognize invaders in the future. So when a threat revisits, the cells can swiftly deploy the right antibodies to tackle it before it affects any more cells. That's how you can develop immunity to certain diseases, like chickenpox. It doesn't always work so well. Some people have autoimmune diseases, which trick the immune system into attacking the body's own perfectly healthy cells. No one knows exactly what causes them, but these disorders sabotage the immune system to varying degrees and underlie problems like arthritis, type 1 diabetes, and multiple sclerosis. For most individuals, however, a healthy immune system will successfully fight off an estimated 300 colds and innumerable other potential infections over the course of a lifetime. Without it, those threats would escalate into something far more dangerous. So the next time you catch a cold or scratch a mosquito bite, think of the immune system. We owe it our lives.
Okay, so after you're getting some information about our immune system, do you still remember what it say, what will be the common symptoms or signs about infections? When someone has infections, what does normally shows to you? Anyone remember?
Fever.
Sorry?
Fever.
Fever, yeah, okay. They may increase their body temperature. Good. That's one. What else?
Fatigue.
Like what?
Feeling tired or unwell.
Yes, or fatigued. Yeah, we're feeling unwell. Yes. What else?
Coughing, sore throat, lack of appetite.
No, that's not the common symptoms of infections. Can you think of anything else?
Swelling.
Okay. Swelling, correct. Yeah, swelling, increased body temperature. What else? Anything else?
Headache.
No, it's not always causing headache. So the most common one is, like we mentioned, it could increase the body temperature, right? And it can cause swelling, it can cause redness or lump, right? Those would be the common symptoms of infections. Yeah, so you do need to closely monitor your clients. If you see any of those symptoms, you do need to inform your supervisor as well, so we can get the doctor to check on them. And think about what would be the most effective way to prevent infections, you think? How do we prevent infections? Anyone knows? How do we prevent infections? What can we do?
Wash hands before eating.
Medical checkup regularly.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, hand washing, having a regular medical checkups, and having a healthy lifestyle, right? And don't forget encouraging and reminding our clients to have vaccination. Okay, vaccination, it helps to prevent infection, but it doesn't say that after you have vaccination you will not have infection 100%. No, that is not right. Having vaccination is helping your body to recognize and remember that microorganism, when they comes to visit you again, then your body will automatically release the antibodies that's to fight with that microorganisms, right? So that probably your symptoms will be least rather than you have a really severe symptoms, right? So it is important for us and also our clients to have vaccination, such as the COVID vaccine or influenza vaccine as well, Okay, and also in Australia, we do have shingles vaccinations. That is to help our clients who is over age of 65. They are eligible to have shingle vaccinations. All right, that is helps to reduce the chance of getting shingles and also the side effect of having shingles as well. Okay.
Ted.
Oh yes, so the one more, it is the nervous systems. So that is one of the most complicated body parts of our whole body. That is about our brain, right, and spinal cord. So the main role of the nervous system is to control the communication within our body. So the communication is not what we think we are talking. The communication means that the brain is sending the signal, okay, to our whole body, to also other different body system, and it allows those body system, it works properly, right? So it's carrying information and signals from the brain to the rest of our body, and it allows the body to react. For example, when you touch a hot kettle, so you know you put your hands back, right? Because it is hot. That is because when you're touching the hot, and the brain is sending those signals to your body, and you put your hands away, right? That is how the nervous system works. And also why we feel pain, it's because also our nervous system is sending signal to you as well. That's why you may also aware that when we're getting a needle, you may not feel the pain straight away. It will take probably 1 second delayed, then you feel the pain. It's because that is the time the nerves sending the message to your body. That's why you may have 1 second, or sometimes some of the elderly people, they may delay their receptors feeling, so it may take 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds until they're feeling the pain. That is regarding our nervous system. So we have a look. I want you guys to try to write down what are the two main parts of the nervous system and what do they call. All right. It's the same one.
It's the star's birthday, but the party's all yours at Starfest. An awesome lineup of Aussie artists this October, including Vibrators, 360, Havana Brown, and more. Non-stop energy, live and free. Starfest, our birthday, your party.
Today, we will talk about an organ that rules all of our body, and that is our brain. As it is the most sensitive organ, our brain is kept inside a bony covering called skull. From doing physical activity to solving logical problems, from dealing with emotions and feeling to creativity, the brain is responsible for all. Therefore, it never sleeps. Our brain can be divided into three main parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and brainstem. Cerebrum is the largest part of brain, which can be further divided into right and left halves, called hemisphere. Each cerebral hemisphere has 4 lobes, namely frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. Each lobe performs different functions. Cerebellum is responsible for movement and coordination. It gives you sense of balance and thus prevents you from falling down. Brainstem includes midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. It controls your body's involuntary actions, like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Brain comes under a system called nervous system. Structurally, nervous system is classified into 2 types: central nervous system, CNS, and peripheral nervous system, PNS. The central nervous system comprises of the brain and spinal cord. The spinal cord is the bridge that connects the brain to peripheral nervous system. It starts from medulla oblongata and stretches to lumbar region of the spine or vertebral column. The peripheral nervous system is a network of nerves spread across our body. Think of peripheral nervous system as a network of highway that connects the body with central nervous system. This highway has 2-way traffic. Let's see how. When you hold a hot cup of coffee, sensory neurons in your hand transmit signal to brain through sensory neurons,
also called afferent neurons, that the cup is hot. Your brain processes that information and send response through motor neurons, known as efferent neurons, that you must put that cup back. PNS consists of total 43 pairs of nerve, among which 12 originate in brain, named as cranial nerves, and 31 originate from spinal cord, hence called as spinal nerves. Here, you hear the word neuron. Neuron is the basic unit of nervous system. It is the nerve cell which transmit electrical signals to brain. A neuron has 3 parts: dendrites, soma or cell body, and axon. Dendrites serve as input device for neuron because it receives input from other nerve cells. Soma or cell body of neuron contains nucleus. Axons serve as output device from where it transmits electrical response to other neurons. I hope this helps you in understanding nervous system.
Okay, so as you know, the nervous system is helping us sending the communication, sending message to all over our body and helps our other body system function properly. So in the video, it mentioned our nervous system. They have 2 parts. What are those 2 parts name? What's their names? For the nervous system, do you remember?
Central nervous system and the previous nervous system.
Peripheral system, nervous system. Yeah. So one is called CNS, right? Central nervous system, and PNS, right? So it's peripheral nervous system. Excellent. So CNS is in our brain. So you remember it's about our brains and contained with different lobes, right? And also the PNS. So as a case support worker, you may see the most common problem about nervous system is the person with dementia. Okay, so the person with dementia actually they do have some nerves damage in their brain. That's why they could not function properly. They may have difficulty of remembering things, and they couldn't do some certain tasks, or they may not be able to control their moods, right, or emotions. That is all because of there's some damage on their nervous system. So as a support worker, we do need to make sure and closely monitor. We don't want our clients to hit their heads, right? If they accidentally have a fall or hit their heads, they can also have injury and damage of their nervous system, okay? And this is one of the cells, the nerve cells. If they damage, they are no longer able to reproduce, right? That's why we say at this stage, dementia is not curable, right? So once the person develops dementia, we don't have any tablets or any treatments or anything else that to bring them back to normal. So because it's the nerve cells have been damaged, right? So there's another unit who will show you guys how to look after the person living with dementia. Okay, so the last one before we go for our lunch break, it's called the sensory system, or we call it the sense of our body. So as you know, as a human being, we have 5 senses, right? One is we can see, it's called vision, hearing, smelling, our taste, and touch, right? So those are our 5 senses. So how do we support our clients with their sensory system? So for example, if they have any hearing problem, so as a support worker, make sure you help your clients to wearing hearing aids, okay? So as I think we mentioned it previously, hearing aids have left and right. It's like our headphone or earphone. So make sure you're putting the hearing aids onto the right side, okay? If you're putting the left side into the right, it's not gonna fit, yeah? And also, as a support worker, you are responsible to clean the hearing aids for our clients, as sometimes it's put into our ear for a long time, so it can, there are some effects or oils that stay into the hearing aids. So every time when the hearing aids remove, we do need to just generally using tissue to clean up properly. And also you may need to check on the battery. If the battery is flat, then that means the hearing aids will not be able to function properly. Okay, so normally the hearing aids battery need to be changed weekly. It depends on different type of hearing aids. Alright, and if the person would have any vision problem, so for sure we need to remind our clients to wearing the prescribed glasses. And also, as we mentioned, you are responsible to cleaning the glasses properly and store it. Make sure it's not misplaced. And especially for clients with dementia, they will slowly have damage of their taste. Yeah, that's why some of the clients, they feel like there's no taste or the food is not nice. It's because they sometimes have damage of their taste sensory. And also for a lot of elderly people, they could also have really slow senses of touching, right? Especially for they have dementia. So we do have different activities or exercise help them to stimulate their sensory, especially touching. We do have one, it's called sensory boards. So there are different material on the board. So let the clients to touch, so that would help them to stimulate their brain. And also for smelling, right? We normally would help our clients to like take them to the garden, so allowing them to smell of the flowers or fresh air or etc. That would help them to stimulate their smells as well. All right. So let's do a quick activity before we go for our breaks. You will see different diagrams on these slides. I will give you guys 2 minutes. Can you please write down what is the name of that body system? Okay, hopefully that will be easier for you to identify it. Just quick 2 minutes, quickly write down the name. That's help you to remember the names and also remember the spelling, how to spell those name of the body system. So there are 6 on this slide. One more minute. That should be easy. Finish. Not yet. Probably give you guys another 30 seconds. Okay, hands up. Anyone tell me what is the first diagram? What is the name of this body system?
Left heart.
Circulatory system.
Excellent. That is called a circulatory system, or also what is that called? What is another name?
Heart. Cardiovascular.
It's just part of this system. What is the name? Sorry, Kristen?
Cardiovascular.
Excellent. That is called cardiovascular system. Okay. Next one. What is the following one?
Respiratory system.
Respiratory system. Excellent. So that is about our lungs and trachea and bronchial. Nice. What is the following one?
Digestive system.
Perfect. So it's called digestive systems. Excellent. So you can see there is our stomachs, there is small intestines, large intestines as well. What is the following one?
Urinary system.
Thank you. Excellent. That is the urinary system. So you do see there's two kidney and ureter and bladder and urethra. Right. Next, what is the following one?
Male reproductive system.
Correct. Male reproductive system. And the following one?
Female.
Female. Perfect. Great. We do one more that should take you less than 1 minute. Write down these three. What is the name of those three different body systems? What is the first one on the left?
Skeletal.
Thank you, excellent. That is the skeletal system. And the middle one?
Nervous system.
Lymphatic system.
Lymphatic or nervous system? Which one it is? Someone say that is the nervous system, someone says the lymphatic system. Which one it is?
Nervous system.
Yeah, that is the nervous system. Do you remember? You can see the brain and the spinal cord, right? So that is the nervous system. And the last one?
Muscular system.
That is the muscular system. Excellent. So you can see our muscles. Alrighty, great. I can see you guys do have some basic understanding regarding our body system. So we have a 15 minutes break, right? Then we continue for the rest. Alright, so now it's 1:10. Please come back after 15 minutes. Okay, enjoy your lunch. See you soon.
See you. See you. Thank you.
See you, thanks.
Enjoy your lunch.